whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, you whip up my appetite, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak just my mind. Oh. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, oh, up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak just my mind. Oh. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're chilling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, 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 oh. appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak my mind. Oh. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're chilling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh. giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak my mind. Oh. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're chilling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. Don't leave me here high and you whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, well, I don't wanna jinx it, baby, and twist myself at the spine. Don't wanna overthink it, baby. It's just twist your body and mine. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're giving me wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh, but I don't wanna jinx it, baby. Let's not get ahead of my time. Oh, but I don't wanna miss you, baby. So I stand up and speak my mind. Oh, baby, you give me ice and fire. You're chilling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me here high and dry. Oh,
Maybe this is my seat. No, no, take it. I can do that. Please. No, please. Take it. How about you guys? Join us. Get your seat. Maybe we can make one more row here. Let's move a bit to the left. For you, it's right. Please. Let's make a bit of a room. Perfect. Let's start the computers, guys. Are you going to demonstrate something on the stage? If not, if nothing is going to be demonstrated, then let's just put the screens down. Sorry. Okay.
Hello everyone, welcome to the 2024 A2SV Internship closing ceremony. We'll kick things off with a speech from, first of all, let me give you the overview of our ceremony. First, we get the opening remarks from our CEO, Henry Barber, and then we'll be getting some experience sharing from some of your colleagues, interns, and then we'll get to see some team stats and we'll get to see some demos. And then finally, we'll be having the top performance for each project. And after that, we get the publicity remarks from our seniors. So let's kick things off with opening remarks from the CEO.
Thank you, Fitsu. So, team, first off, congratulations for going through the path. Some of you guys, as G5 students, with the additional 3 hours of program coming after school, to be prepared for the interviews with top tech companies. Because it's not an easy path. At the same time, I really want you to understand that great things take time. If you learn something in 2 weeks, it's not super likely to make a very big change in your life. Because learning is not just about getting the knowledge in your mind. So think of some good practices in different domains that you know that there is a better way of doing it. But in actions, it's not happening in that way. Think about it. How many guys, since you started university, you thought of starting working out? Can we see hands? So nobody's thought of starting working out, or we don't know how to raise our hands, guys. Huh? If you ever thought of starting going to gym in your university career, then raise your hand. Okay, so maybe 60%. And how many of you guys are going to gym as often as you want to go? Can we see hands? So this one is probably not from shyness. This is the reality. When we are dealing with many stuff, right? We feel like, oh, this may be a bit too much. But that's just a feeling thing. You know, if you do that, you will see that you are going to find ways to make it happen. So I had the chance to listen some of the presentations yesterday. I wish they were not scheduled overlapping manner so that I could have attended all the presentations. So hopefully next year we will try to do this improvement as well. And since the sessions were overlapping, I couldn't attend all of them. But for the ones that I have attended, many people mentioned, especially if they are G5 students, that there was a little time between the program here and program there, right? So this was challenging, right? How many people died? No one, right? So you figured it out. Don't get me wrong. Next year we are going to give a longer break. Okay, so when we were doing the planning, we didn't think of G5 students that much this year. Frankly speaking, this was something that we should have considered. And we get our lesson thanks to your feedback. Next year we will make it better. But in terms of reality, I want you to see that if you gotta do something, you find a way to do that. So that's why there is a very nice quote that I want to share today. Yesterday in one of the presentations, I brought it up as well. It goes like this. If there is a will, there is a way. So if you really have a determined mindset to achieve something, you are going to figure a way to make it happen. This is very important. I want you to think about that. If you have some dreams in your life, if you care about them, if you have the willpower, the never give up mindset, the determinism, smart work and hard work, because we need both of them. That's very important, especially in today's world. Then you will figure a way, a good way to get to the results. But don't forget, great things take time. And especially in today's circumstances. Like in the market, we see that many companies are going for developers with experience. Because now the impression in the market is senior developer plus generative AI is better than senior developer plus junior developer. And they see the equation like this. What is going to happen to the jobs market? It's going to get more challenging for junior developers to find jobs, guys. It's not impossible, but it's going to get more challenging. Like, think of it like this. So we are going to remove 6 seats from this room. Aren't we going to have more competition for the remaining seats? But if we remove 30 seats, a lot higher competition for the remaining 5-6 seats. So this is the reality, and this is not something we can control. It's not in my hands, guys. Is it in your hands? So this is what it is, but never forget, we people are very adaptive to the circumstances. So now, in your career, what you are doing in the first year education matters as much as what you do in this internship. In the past, it mattered more. But now they start looking for development experience. And if you have development experience in a team environment, if you sharpen some of your soft skills, communication skills, presentation skills, written communication skills, then you are going to shine better. And in a competitive environment, it is better to shine brighter. For that reason, experience for hiring more development experience. So what I have seen in this program, you guys actually improved some of your soft skills. You learn how to make planning, how to communicate things to your teammates. And this is just the beginning. Good can always be better. Bad can always be better as well. Nobody starts from good. At the beginning, everybody starts from beginner, which is not good. Like you're at a bad level when you're just beginning something. This is very normal, but it can be better, and eventually it's going to get to good. You will continue making it better. It's going to get to great, depending on what gives you enough satisfaction. If you continue, you can continue searching to become the best, because there is a path from great to the best as well. And it's all about that, like incremental improvements, guys. How different today you are than yesterday? What's your name? Maru. How different you are today than yesterday?
I'm different in many ways.
Today?
Yeah.
Tell us more. What happened?
I'm adapted to work with a group of people. Yeah.
So you weren't adapted yesterday? You just adapted today?
No, by yesterday I mean like before I.
It's not before. No. Oh, okay. I mean, thanks for that. At the same time, my question was more literal. The difference you have in yourself between today and yesterday.
It's not basically that for me.
Right?
Yeah.
Is there anybody who notices the difference in one day? Almost none, right? But when you look at your 5 years younger photos, who is that guy? He's not you, right? Your younger version, like you clearly see the difference. But we get from there to here with small incremental changes that we haven't noticed day by day. So it's very similar in learning, guys. So you won't change in one day radically, but then you do the other comparison, like before A2SV versus now. What changed? Tell us more.
Not joining business. The only thing I can do is just printing maybe a pyramid using asterisk. That's my primary skill. After joining, I'm ready for that quantitative programming. Yeah, and I'm actually interning here. My development skill has also increased, and now I am head of education program. So it's a progress. Yeah, that's
Very nice. And how does it feel to work with more experienced developers? Because you can't do peer learning with people like you who don't have the experience, versus you can do it with people who have more knowledge, right? Which team did you intern at?
first, I was interning at time, but since I don't have to wait, I tended to rideshare.
Rideshare. And did you learn from more experienced developers in the team?
Yeah, I do. And that's a good thing, like training these kinds of settings, because people have learned their knowledge in years, in 3 or 4 years, but you will get it in 10 minutes. That's a pure goal.
Very nice. I am very happy to see that you see the power of social learning. Like you make a very good point. Some lessons you give years to get that lesson, guys. I mean, life is like that. If you didn't get that lesson and if you face that challenge in your life, you're going to either hit your head to the wall or you will get that lesson from somebody smart who's going to tell you, hey, Emre, that's not a good path. It's not going to go to somewhere good. Do something different. But if you don't get that word, then you hit to the wall, and maybe after hitting to the wall a few times, you're like, okay, this is not the way to go. So it can literally save tons of time to you when you learn with other people who are like-minded. This is very nice. And Tim, lastly, I want to remind you that the skills that you are gaining are powerful. Okay? Building technology that people can use, that can change their lives, this is something powerful. Today, because of Facebook, some things happen in the world. Because of Google, some things happen in the world. And by building such influential technologies and tech companies, you can have similar impact. So the skills that you're gaining, they give you that potential. But I want you to remind, at the end of the day, you will choose. For whom? For what purpose? For what values you are going to use that power? And my recommendation is definitely not forgetting about your people, your continent. Here in this continent, in Africa, we need humane technologies more than any other place. Put humanity first. This is how A2SV started. This is not how everybody behaves in life. You know, there are many takers as well. Maybe more takers in today's world than givers. But be a giver, taste it. See how you're going to feel when you help another person to change their life in a positive way. Get that feeling, at least taste it. If you're not going to like it, you're not going to like it. But don't live your life without getting that taste. And connect the dots when you have a lot of power and when it's delicious to use it to help others. Build technologies that help others. You can do that. Dream big. I'm telling you, this internship is just the beginning. Like when you have 10 years, 20 years of development career, how long is this internship? It's like a blink. But you have achieved a lot. Do not underestimate the power of incremental updates, incremental improvements. They brought us from the baby to where we are today. Nothing majorly changed in one day. But with your choices, including joining A2SV, you have a chance to shape what you are going to become. So surround yourself with smart, kind-hearted people and be their average. Because we people are very social. We do what we see. If you surround yourself with people that you don't want to be like, you will still become like them. Keep that in mind. All right, team, thank you very much. And I hope you are going to have a great break. We'll do great things after together.
Thank you very much, Henry. Especially the reference to Egypt. That was a pretty good lesson for all of us. So, next up, we'll be getting some experience sharing from some of your colleagues. So, first, an intern from Akil. Yani Tmukra. Round of applause, please. Hi. Hi. So, could you describe your experience as an intern in Akil project?
Okay, so my experience as a kid was really nice. I've got a chance to work with really experienced developers. It was actually my first time working with this kind of experienced developers. The project was already a developed one, but I've learned a lot from the actual project. I've also used it like as a reference when I try to do something else. I would be like, Akil team has done it like this, so I'm going to do it like this and things like that. So I've really used the Akil's code base, the Akil's team members to my
Advantage.
To my advantage, and also my mentor Matheus, my project lead Mahi, they really helped me a lot trying to when I tried to develop myself. Also my teammates Abdu was really a good support throughout the internship. So I've not only gained technical skills but also the soft skills. I've seen how the members at Akil daily see what they're doing. Always everyone knows what everyone else is doing, and that was a really good experience I've seen there. They had also a way to communicate easily. They were easy to approach. Everyone was easy to approach. I felt like I was part of the team when I was at the team. So I really had a good experience, and I want to take every member of the team.
Thank you very much. So one more question. So you interned in a project which is like a little bit more mature than the others. So how was that experience like?
Yeah, at first I thought it would be, I wouldn't have anything to do, so it would be just a waste of time. But when I really joined Akil and saw the code base and such, I saw that I could learn a lot from them. Like they have developed a lot of things. I could use their projects as my project and just use it as a reference. So it's kind of, it was not a start from the scratch, but it was kind of a reference for me. So the tasks I have got was, some of them was already developed and I had to improve some of it, and some of them was new features that I had to develop. But the already developed code base showed me a lot of experiences that I've never had. I have seen a lot of things from the already developed.
Thank you very much, Alice. Next up, we have Turkish from Skipbridge and Bazaar.
Hi.
Okay, so could you first describe your experience as an intern in Skipbridge team, and then after that in Bazaar, because you worked on two projects. The first project is a little bit more mature than the other, and the other one is relatively new. So, could you give us that experience?
Okay, hi everybody. I can say that I know most of you because I have been in most of your teams. You see, the first one was Cambridge, as she mentioned, like Akil and other core dev development projects. It was more sophisticated, and the code base was very structured and almost done. And I was given tasks that need to be injected in most of the code, so I get to have a chance to actually study the code bases and the best practices they used to actually write those codes. So it was really good experience. I have learned how to write a clean code, and how I got excited about Flutter. So. And my team, the team members are really friendly. I've experienced there is, when you start a project, at first there's a team communication problem, right? So, and then you become friends and you talk to each other, and then you become a family. And as Skillbridge was at a stage, they were a family. And then I was really, what can you say, jealous. Right? I was really jealous of their connection and how they get to talk to each other like brother and sisters, and that was really a good experience for me. That was the soft skill, the team communication experience, soft skill, and the technical skill will be actually getting to understand the code. I have injected tiny codes in every page, so I get to study that code first to understand it and to actually put a code in it. So it gave me an experience what I can now say I can take other person's code and I can modify it. I mean, most of developers have hard time doing that, right? They will say, no, give me a new one. Like, I want to write my own code. I don't want to understand others. But I get to have an experience with that, so it's really good. And when I come to Bazaar, it was different. It was exciting. I got excited 2 times. First, when I actually entered the internship, and then when I entered Bazaar, another internship, another group, and I was afraid that communicating with them would be really hard. But thanks, guys, it wasn't hard for me. They were really friendly, and here I actually built a project from scratch, which is really different from I mean, it's two amazing but different experiences. I mean, I cannot compare them because they are both amazing,
I was
but they're
about
both
to ask you
different.
to compare them, right?
No, I mean, like, you cannot compare some things. Like, you give some value based on some things, and then you give some value based on that thing. And they were both different and both incredible experiences. And I would really love to thank both my mentors, Johannes and Zadra, and both my team members. It was really great. I didn't feel like actually I was new at Quasar after 2 or 3 days. I almost communicated with all of them. So I get to do something from scratch as well as understand other people's course. So this internship has really been cool as in my soft skills, as well.
Okay, so when you first interned, after you finished your internship at Speakreach, and when you were about to join Bazaar, what was your expectation and how did you find it? Like, did it align with your expectations or?
Yes, I get to build a dashboard from scratch, and so that's what I wanted. I wanted to do something from scratch, so they gave me that. But I mean, I can say I'm sorry. I didn't do that much. I wanted to do more because I was really excited to do more. But it made me learn more. I mean, two things I learned, different, two amazing things. So it's really incredible.
Thank you very much. Okay. Next up, we have Stefanos from our product. Our guest. Nice.
So this internship was a bit special for me because this was something that I tried something completely I didn't know existed and something completely out of my comfort zone. I didn't know what it was, part of it was, and then when I heard about the internship opportunity, I just applied. But it was such a fun experience because I learned a lot of like new skills that I didn't know I needed. It pushed me a little bit in terms of developing my own character and showing some of like my personal trust that I need to fix. So I think overall this internship has been a great experience personally and career-wise.
Okay, so which projects were you involved in the product?
I was for the most of it I was involved with the hacking hub, but not like at the last few months of study where I was also working with the hacking owner.
I don't think I can already. Okay, so how would you describe like working on two separate projects at the same time?
It was challenging to be honest because you have to track in a lot the tasks. You have to like learn to schedule, which I suck at, and so I learned how to do that first. And since both of them are different, what made it a bit easier was adult was already developed, so most of the work is done. So I kind of did a little bit of it. Then most of the things I took ownership and other products I did was hacking on.
Okay, so what would you say is the most exciting part of being a product agent?
It's the most exciting part, but as just connecting with people and then actually talking to people you really see, especially if you're going out in the field and you feel researching about a business problem that you're trying to solve, you can actually see what's going on, what's the problem, what's in the sector that you're trying to work in, like what's the problem, what's the gaps, and what would the professionals actually think, and then it would make a lot of sense when you actually see it. And the most exciting part is just being a real world business experience plus just connecting with people and just talking, hearing people's experiences.
Okay. Lastly, would you recommend product like other people to do product after seeing how
Yes, like my currently I'm a software engineering student. Like so, most of my years in university has been just for development of code. But like this product will give you like real people experience, especially if you can if you need to develop. I would suggest products. If you're interested in business and other stuff, I genuinely would encourage you to actually join the product. That's to be
Thank you very much, Steve. Okay, guys. Next up, we have Yazaka from Baza. So Yatsaga is, as most of you know, he is one of our executive education, and at the same time, he was an intern for um, our project. By our project, I mean since Baza. So, like, I want you to relate the two experiences, like being a head of education and being an intern at the same time.
Okay. So having two roles initially it was not easy since most of the time I forgot there was a learning pass here and I would join the state of education meetings. So what I had to do is manage my time. So I've seen that my other role, the education role, took my afternoon time. So I saw that I can give the morning time to the internship. So yeah, that's what I did. Most of the time, I did my internship tasks on the morning, and if I didn't finish them, I would take them home, try to do them. And if there are some free time in the afternoon meetings and I guess faster, then I could squeeze in 1 or 2 hours to work on that. And yeah, that's the comparison between the two roles.
Okay, so like for someone who has two roles, do you think you are being like effective in both roles, or did you have to like choose one of it?
So yeah, initially I was not effective at all in the internship. So as I told you, like I had to take a step back and try to find a time to work on the internship. So since I just figured out I could use the morning time, then yeah, I would say it was effective on both.
So, like, what would you say is the most interesting part of the Bazaar project, the team and the actual project?
For the Bazaar project, for the team, like I know most of them. There are G5 students, so I was with them from the start of the year. And you and Zaka, you are my previous years, so I know you. And the other coordinating members, so there were some G4 members also, and they were easy to communicate with. And the team was easy to communicate. And for the project, so relatively to the other projects, Bazaar is a bit newer. So yeah, I was given some tasks to do from scratch, and I was given some tasks where a person have done it previously and try to make it responsive or try to optimize it a bit. So I've seen both of them. It was interesting. I liked it. I liked communicating in person, and also since I was not here on the afternoon, I had to communicate using Slack and coming back here and try to communicate without that. It was my method. So yeah, I guess overall it was an interesting experience. I could say I have learned a lot from it. Yeah, that's
Okay, so lastly, so since it's been recorded for our future students who are going to have two roles, basic education and interns, so what would you say is the top do's and don't do's? What did you recommend?
okay. I guess don't overlap the two roles, like the time when you're going to work on the two roles. So for my case, as I have said, initially I was overlapping them. I would do some, I would randomly do some tasks from the internship and randomly do tasks from the head of education at random times. So what I had to do is just divide my day. So give the half of the day to the head of education and half of the day to the internship. And you can just focus on one thing at a time. Is that helped a lot.
Please, thank you very much. So now we'll be taking a look at the team stats. So it's based on the team stats that we selected. From the team stats, we selected the top performers. We'll get to see the top performers later on. But first, let's take a look at Akil intern stats. So this is not like the stats for the whole Akil project. This is just for the interns. So per day, they dedicated on average 5.8 hours, and the total tasks they completed was 17. So you might ask where we got the total tasks. So obviously it's from our Jira board, right? So that's where we got these total tasks, and average task completed was 5.6. And our top attending intern in Akil is Yanis Mukler. Round of applause. Okay, she dedicated on average 6 hours per day, which is more than the team average hours dedicated. So interesting. And next up, we have skill-rich intern stats. So I would say they completed a lot more tasks than Akil, right? Because it's the average task completed is 7.3, and I would say their average hours dedicated per day is 5.2, and the total tasks was 82. So, but I forgot. So our top attending for the skill bridge team was from Megitra with 5.2 hours per day. Okay. Next up, we have Afrochat. So for Afrochat, the average task completed was 17.5, which is a lot more than the previous project, and the total tasks was 71. And the average hours dedicated per day was 6.7. And our top attending intern for for Afrochat is the Subtin Awoker with 7 hours per day.
I have a question on this. So, our internship program is about 5.5 hours a day, right? And you guys live for G5 education at around 4:30 p.m. So, how is 7 hours achievable? Is taking lunch? Hotels? Coming early, that also could work. Okay. Taking you for the whole day. So it's actually, I think it's a combination of three, right? Maybe so. I think for some of the days, I have seen you in the office during the lunchtime. That has contributed. Plus, I have seen on the inside some days that you checked out a bit late. And this is not only for Zoom. I actually wanted to mention this. This is for almost everyone. You guys tend to forget that you're checked in, and some of you check out in the middle of the night. So I guess that will be some. Should also work on weekends. I just want to point out that, and kudos to you. All right, thank you, sir.
So, congrats, Tuting, you have defeated the allegations. So, okay, next up, we have rated interns. So, our top attending intern for rated was Mantasana with 5.2 hours per day. No, that's very good. So, it was well. So, the total tasks completed were 32, and the average task completed was 16. I think this is the second last, right? Or is it the third? Yeah, it's the second last. Okay. So the average hours dedicated was 5.2 hours. And next up we have rideshare interns. So for rideshare, The total tasks completed was 124, which is the highest until now. I would say which is the highest of all of the projects. And since they have lots of interns, that's why their average task completed went lower than the others. So the average hours dedicated was per day was 6.5, and Ethereum just stopped. So our top attending intern for rideshare was Ethereum Imam with 8 hours per day. So if our project leaders are here, you can explain the 8 hours. Next up we have Hakimab. So for Hakimab, the total tasks completed was 73. I would say this is the second highest until now, right? And our top attending intern was Stefanos Framara with 6.7 hours per day.
Before we actually move on, can we get back to the rideshare stuff? So, is this the number of tasks completed by the entire team?
No, the interns.
Are you sure? Because if we divide the numbers, we're going to get about 9 interns, and I don't think we got 9 interns in rideshare. Like, if we divide 124 by 13.7.
How many interns do you have?
You have 10 interns? Really? Wow. So, never mind. So almost 1/3 or 1/4 of the interns were in rideshare. I'll talk about it. Do we even have full-time members in rideshare? Other than
Actually,
no.
yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Rideshare was basically being developed by the second year education university and the interns. So, next up we have Akima. So, do you have any questions on Akima? So you might see the tasks completed are higher for Hakima and rideshare because they are mostly competitive interns. Next up we have Bazaar stats. So the total tasks completed were 32, and our top attending intern was Abdi Bakalef with 9.6 hours per day. Round of applause. So Abdi is actually like he was taking lots of tasks on the web end, even though we had the full-time members, and yeah, I would say like most of the times he comes, not most of the times, almost always he comes right on time and leaves a little bit late. And he also checks in and checks out properly since day one. So I would say that's his
So
qualities, but I don't know about the 9.6 hours. Maybe we can see the Jirabo and maybe when he checks out, he might be checking out.
yeah, because if we are assuming that the workday starts at 9 a.m. and there's 2 hours of lunch break, right? Even until 6 p.m., that's going to be around 7 hours of work. So to achieve 9.6, somebody has to stay up until 9 p.m.
Without eating lunch.
That person is going to have lunch. Yeah.
So next up we have Dime intern stats. So for Dime, the top attending intern was Fasika Fukado with 4.2 hours per day. So I would say like overall, the only issue that we might have is with like the dedicated hours, the attendance, and we were solely depending on the data from our check-in and check-out. So like it's going to be like this, like in the moving forward in interface. So we have to properly use the check-in and check-out code because we wouldn't have any like objective means of figuring out the exact time dedicated by our papers. So this is a reminder to check in and check out like for the future if you join Codep or if you join the education squad. So next up, let's move on to our top performance.
You actually need Android for this part because it's going to be this part is for top performance.
We can get you.
Yeah, I think we should.
Looking for without then a good bit after it's through. For example, I just heard that she had about the time and came has to do this because it's almost the same as street school projects.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
and about that thing, I want to say sorry, I'm sorry. We can make it better next year. And that's the other, other things on you, like you are interns, but you used to taking so much breaks. Like even trying to complete something, sometimes doesn't take that kind of break.
So interns were taking
Layoffs, yes.
Okay.
And I was like, they're interns. Yeah.
How about like the good thing that you've seen?
Like they were, like they, I think they had big expectations from us for coordinate projects, and they were trying to learn as much as they could. And I really appreciate that first. And they were also dedicated and hard work. And like, imagining myself doing those two things when I was born as a student. Would I travel back to other like country? Like, I appreciate that part. Yeah.
Thank you, Liz. Please.
So one thing I want.
Yeah.
One thing I wanted to mention is like we could not have done it without our mentors. Like, we only handled like the organization tasks, but like, most of the things were done with our mentors. So close to them.
Some of them are friends.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
So should we clap?
Yes, yes.
What else? Was it easy?
It wasn't hard.
It wasn't hard.
It wasn't hard. And I did it. So the room is like crowded, so with this excuse I got to sit here.
Okay. So what is the very good thing that you noticed about the interns that they should keep?
They're eager to learn. Like, most of them were not satisfied with the tasks or like the testing tasks we were giving them, so I was close to them.
Thank you very much, guys.
Here.
Round of applause, guys. All right. So, next up, our well-deserved interns are going to give their prizes from our CEO, Emre Maru. So, the first, we have
Actually, like before showing who were the best performers, I would like to thank everyone, like especially the top performers, because it's not easy, as Emre mentioned before. It's not easy like to do the necessary tasks here, to go back to Amskilo and continue your educational stuff. You are dedicating about 8+ hours a day for A2SV related things. Of course, you are interns, you don't have school responsibilities, but at the same time, it actually takes some sort of discipline and some sort of ambition as well to be the best in your field. Because I know some of your friends don't have such kind of internship program. They have a lot of, I guess, break time or something like that. They are doing internship remotely. They are not expected to check out. They are not being absent or late on the education session, and they are not tired when they get there. But you guys have been putting in a lot of effort, and I have seen for some of you your educational progress was hurt a bit, but your mentality is what matters the most. And with this mentality, you can achieve everything and anything you want. So keep that in you. That's what I wanted to say. And I guess we can proceed. First up, from Akil, Sahib. It's coming? Yeah, you will call it. Well, side. Okay, next. From AfroChat, so we have 2 winners because the team can't decide which one is going to be their best performers. They actually are also requesting them to stay, continue working on the project. So I guess round of applause for yeah. So it's not that expensive. You are going to just pay half the price. All right, Amber.
All right, you guys are actually quite lucky. Do you know why? Because we have more choices. First, but ladies first, right? Sure. But now you have too many options, sometimes it's overwhelming, right? Perfect. Great choice. Atomic Habits by James Clear. So he's a professional athlete, former professional athlete, who loves helping people with building habits. It's not just about that. He cares about personal development a lot. Indeed, I am subscribed to his newsletter, which is definitely one of the most concise and effective content I see online. So like it has a very specific format. Every week it comes with the same format. 3 ideas, 2 quotes, 1 question. So 3 ideas from him, 2 quotes from other people, and 1 intriguing question that makes you think, that makes you sometimes question, that makes you sometimes open a new perspective for yourself. And in the book, Atomic Habits, he actually provides a lot of information about the nature of habit building, what kind of difficulties we have, what kind of mistakes we do that are, making us fall back to our old routines, etc. So it's an excellent choice. Please do not keep what you learned to yourself. Share with the rest of the team so that we can learn how to build great habits and break the bad ones. Congratulations. Yes. Oh, psychology of money. Why?
Personally, for me, I've already read this too, and I don't know any of the other books. So.
Very nice. Zelana, intro psychology of money. Do we have any openings in our business development team? Kiddos, would you consider a career change in the future? Supply chain? Possibly. All right. Thank you very much.
I think it would be nice if we hear a few words from them as well.
Oh, 100% if they haven't shared.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so Tim, tell us some of your secrets. Because there are many people who want to be here and want to be one of the top performers. So, in your opinion, what's in your character, what's in your values that helps you to perform at the time?
I think personally for me, working on a project that is very interesting has been really helpful because working on something that you're really interested in is very useful on how much time you dedicate to it. So that has been really useful for me to really work hard on the projects and the tasks that we did. So that was really key for me.
Very nice. And does the credit go to the project idea, your mentor, team lead, combination?
Yeah, I think they have been really helpful throughout the process and really integrating me into the team and working on the projects. Yeah, I've been really lucky to have a team like Afrochat.
Thank you very much. All right, next up. Let's get started with the same question. What's the secret? What do you think in your character, in your values that help you to become a top performer?
There's not that much different secret, but I want to know about the Flutter. It's physics. And when I got the chance to work with this type of team, this is a great chance for me. I'm excited about it.
Very nice. Until anything that you want to share, any advice to the rest of the team?
I would say it's already the same thing I said, but work on something that you're really interested in and spend more time on. That would be
very nice.
I would say if you want anything, asking your professionals is really helpful. If you do it, you'll be doing great.
That's a very good advice. I mean, both of them are very valuable because when you love something, you lose yourself in it, and then the time just flies. You sometimes lose track of time, right? They mentioned the flow state. You find yourself in the flow state and you're doing something you really love. So it's really key. If you spend your time on things that you love, you are going to produce a lot. And the other point you were making, people are helpful, but people are not oracles. So can you read my mind? What am I thinking about? If I don't speak, it's very hard, right? Yes. Still doable? I don't know. Not that we know, right? Yes. So when you ask people, you make it clear that you have a need, or you give them an opportunity to help you. And some people love helping others. So there are people. It may not be everybody, but there are people. So for that reason, definitely get advice and ask questions to people. Thank you very much.
I think Sahib is here, so we can get back to Sahib.
Yes, why this book?
I've already read about it. Seen a lot of videos about it. It's great to have it.
Thank you. All right, so Simon, tell us your secrets. How did you become a hacker?
I'll say there's no secrets. Everybody knows what to do. Just about education.
Is it motivation or discipline?
It's just
How did you build discipline? Like, how do you think our teammates can also improve their discipline muscles?
just do it. Don't overthink it. Just do it.
Sometimes we may spend a lot of time, should I do this, should I do that, is this better, right? So it's better to take an action, be determined. And anything else, like do you need planning in your life?
I didn't do that much, but after doing this, the team always do the difficult things. And I've seen that it's really helpful to know what you are expecting that. So time is also works. But for the most time, I just know what to do. Just do things.
Very smart guy. And anybody who worked with him closely? What do you think? He's very smart. That's why things feel that easy to him.
He's very smart.
Cool. Thank you very much. Keep it up.
Let's go to rare beats, and we have Mela Kessel.
Deeper. Yes. Why deeper?
Just familiar with stuff. Those things are
You are more into personal development.
those are just attractive.
Rules for focused success in a distracted world. Right? That's a
Just instructions.
really That's a great choice. Well, this was a book that was recommended by one of our board members, Serhat Yılmaz, who is working in AI infra at Facebook. And like he's very good at what he's doing. You know, he gets promotions, he's becoming high level, and he gives a lot of credit to this book. So another great choice. I hope you will enjoy it. You're going to learn a lot from it. Yes. So can you tell us about Rating Project? Like, is this a project that you really loved working on?
Next project is just very important. Project is just really more important. I'm fronting the developer, and at the time I arrived here, maybe just on the initial stage. So they told me that I arrived at the right time. So also one of the members is doing that. So just only two of us, me and my mentor. So we took a lot of responsibilities and we had to catch up. We just as planned. So the conditions also like one of the reasons that we need to perform. So and also justify ourselves with members. We are very free. So I really like that.
Very nice. Would you love to continue learning about the future? Let us say it's going to Europe.
It's going in the right direction. I got the chance. I really just want to work but I just so,
Very good. Lastly, do you have any advice or suggestions for our team?
just, we need to really work hard to be successful in the catch up to our goals. We need for success just work.
working hard and smart. I want to underline the smart part as well, guys. How much are you utilizing generative AI? How much are you utilizing generative AI? In implementation, in development, in your life, personal.
Personally, I didn't use that much yet. For the first time, I used it actually more in the last time. In the quarter finals, so that's the first time I utilized it. For that, I would use it. That's really important. It's still half of the work for us.
We can't hear you.
Okay, so I haven't utilized generative AI that much. The first time I utilized it is in the last academic phase. So I worked on some agriculture analytics. So I used it there. And it's really important. So I want to utilize it in the future. So because AI is just it's efficient.
And the more you utilize it, the better you understand how you can utilize it. Because you start thinking different ways, you apply them, you learn which ones work, which ones don't work. So spending more time with generative AI is going to make you a better person, better developer. Like it's going to help in so many ways. Definitely utilize. Cool. Congratulations.
Going to Skill Bridge, we have Jordanos. No? Okay. Next up, Bazar, Padesa.
The second copy of the work is also going away. Yes. What did you like about it?
I mean, I think I would say maybe kind of when I see from the title, I think it's kind of little psychological. So that's why.
You like the title?
Yeah. Very nice.
Cool. So you are from Bazar. What's the current state of Bazar?
So I think we are playing with the I think we are going to this one.
Okay, so what's in the MVP? Like, let's say you are describing Bazaar to somebody who doesn't know.
Okay, I think there are features that need to be built at this time. So we are doing that to finish good features. I think it's asking.
What can people use Bazaar for?
So I think it's an e-commerce application with platform and mobile application. So then it's a platform where they get their house and they get their cars. I think the main thing that we have to do right now is the house and there are services related to this program. That's where they get services.
Very nice. Last question. So what kind of non-technical tasks are there in Bazaar? Like in the future steps, what kind of steps you can foresee that the job is not technical, but it has to be done?
I mean, maybe the communication between the teams. So, especially things going from the product team and the car participants. So, I don't think this will happen.
There will be more communication with other teams, so that things are going to be more synchronized. Cool. Like what I can also foresee, since you guys are going to need some content to list, right? You need some houses, you need some cars to be displayed in your product. And it may not be super easy to get them listed from here, right? You require us to go around, we need some progress, right? focus on real estate companies, etc. So there will be parts that will be interesting, but not technical. But guys, keep in mind at A2SV, we want to provide entrepreneurship education. And if you want to become a successful entrepreneur, it's not just about the technical tasks. Like even the technical products, there is so much that has been done behind the curtains that are non-technical. Like the great products do not sell themselves. There need to be some people who are communicating the greatness of these products so that other people are going to hear about it. Just one person before we mentioned that this is a world with full of distractions, right? So it's not easy to get people's attention. Yes. So lastly, are you happy with the project? You want to contribute? Oh, sorry, of course.
The project and the first project was correct. And also learn the interest of the process. I say performance was special. Very well. Yeah, I was working with it.
Very nice. So do you have any suggestions or advice for the team?
I think I would say for the battle,
For our internship.
I would say learning in the private environment, contribute or make enhance on the real experience.
Thank you very much.
From Dime, we have Kramare. Actually, our head education as well.
Not order. Oh, not Jordan Peterson. How much do you know about this guy?
So, simple question. That's what I just picked because I don't know the rest of the books.
But you know about Jordan Peterson. Did you learn anything from him before? Huh? Did you learn anything like Vietnam?
A bit louder. A bit louder, like people around there can't hear you.
Yes. I would say, yeah, I learned some things from him, his contributions, I guess. So I mostly agree with his opinions. That's what
I mean, he's a bold guy, right?
Yeah,
He speaks his mind without a filter, and he tries to explain it, like make it a logical case. He's also a very smart person. Yeah, I agree. I also like a lot of his ideas. Not all, of course, there are some that I disagree, but he's definitely a great person trying to do something good for the other people. Very cool. So, now let's have a conversation about dying. Yes. So, where is dying going? Like, what's the objective of the project?
Just the goal of the project is to make things easy, but as in our country, and those are paid for, still working also putting the product, it's really difficult to introduce and stuff like that. So we just keep the objective of the working and start getting how we can transfer, how can we make transfer from months to months, and spend a lot of time on that, and we still use that. So yeah,
That's a very important know-how because, like, if you are touching money, it's not that difficult to make money, right? If the transactions are going over your system, then you can just get transaction fee, right? And that's going to be a portion of the total transactions that you are managing. So learning how things going, let's say, among the banks, money for the money transfer, I think this is a really useful know-how for the future. Is time going to say the future of it?
I think that is one of the first project if it's successful. So yes, I think if you did what you want, I think it's going to be the biggest progress.
That thing, like I would say, when these projects definitely reach to their 100% potential, I would say all of them can save A2SV. Because like when you think about that, then we will see. I mean, maybe a rated member can claim that we are doing the full-based social network. This is bigger. You don't know how for sure, hey, we are connecting people and organizations with AI. This is bigger, and like it can be argued, right? So let's see, like frankly speaking, this is such a great friendly competition, and I think it's gonna be by the end, right? And as part of we will also win, and definitely keep it up. And you're right, time has the potential as well. Cool. So any message to the team? You haven't given a message before? Oh, it's always the first time, brother. Welcome to the Message Givers Squad. Yes, so now let's put some flavors for the message we are going to give. You're going to give a message that's going to be professional. You're going to give a fun message. Should it be specific to your project, or you want something broader, technical, and technical?
For engineers, always try to explore different things in progress for designing. And you can like those things, I just need to explore different things.
And when you're exploring, did you stumble upon some technologies that you wanted to make deep dive?
Yeah, there are since I'm still a student, so I'm still
Why not go to get the best? Like, why not explore and exploit at the same time? So you can continue exploring, but some of the ones that you believe they are important, you can actually make it deep dive.
actually do that.
Lot of things
So for me, like I like to do like and try to when I say explore like using different forms, backend and stuff like that. I need to go to express it.
I see. So you are already doing both of them together. Very nice. That's a very good advice, Steve, and I would say we definitely, or majority of us, definitely do less exploration than we should. Keep that in mind. You should try more things than you are currently doing, especially for Habesha culture. Maybe this is 99.99%. You know, bro, keep thinking about it. Like it's an important one. Exploration is important. You don't know what you don't know, and if you don't get exposed, how would you know? Ah, there is this new food you never had it before. How would you know whether you love it or not? Can by tasting, right? By trying it, so that's exploration. If you're eating something that you have never eaten before, that is exploration. So do some exploration in your life. You don't have to explore everything. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying don't try anything. No. Don't jump from 13th floor. Don't need to explore there. But for the things that make sense, definitely give it a try. And some tastes in life, they are acquired tastes. You don't get it at the first time. Or you eat it for the first time, you may not love it as much as you are going to love it in the future. When I first came to Ethiopia, first week I didn't enjoy Egypt that much. I will be frank. It felt like love at first sight. Oh, I was looking for Egypt all my life. No, but in the second week I started getting used to it. And in time, right now, when I'm away from Ethiopia, after 1 week I start craving for Egypt. So it takes time. So keep that in mind as well. When you try something, I tried it, oh, it's not for me. I didn't like it. Well, are you sure? Give it another try. Realize that you may have to wait some time to acquire the taste. But after enough trials, if you don't like it, that's not your cup of tea. You don't have to like everything. Right? So you can drop some of the stuff that you explored and you like it. But again, don't forget, if your conversion rate is 100%, you're not making enough experiments. Some of the things you try should fail. You should learn from them and you should repeat those mistakes again. And all this, they can start with good exploration. Great advice.
Right, share. Yeah, and nothing to say.
Oh wow, The Alchemist. Did you hear about this thing before? What's that? The title? That's a good title. And this is definitely one of my all-time favorite books. Oh, maybe this is going to give you more motivation to go for it. So, Team The Alchemist, but I have learned multiple things from this book. But I would say maybe two important things. Like one is the importance of not giving up, because you never know like what's happening next. When one door closes, that door can actually cause you to open another door. But because this is closed now, you are going to seek another door. And sometimes this can be the best thing for you. The third door may be the best door for you. And to do that, you need to have a positive mindset. Like, this is very important. When I watch Elon Musk videos on YouTube about hiring, one of the criteria that he is using is the positivity of the person. He wants to surround himself with positive people who are approaching things in a more constructive manner. So I haven't taken this advice before. I was thinking more of, oh, it's important to have some negative people too, so that's going to be the balance. But in experience, what I'm realizing is those people sometimes feel very heavy to carry. Because there are so many hypothetical worries that you have to deal with rather than taking actions. And positive people, constructive people, they are going to come up with ways of doing this instead of complaining why it's not going to work out. And if you ask me, like, in life, you're given a range, so you may not be able to change that range easily. So that's because of your genetics mostly. But your actions are going to decide where you are going to end up in this range. Maybe your range is from 40% to 90%. So if you don't improve yourself, you may end up at 40% positivity. And if you care about this, if you improve, you may end up at 90% positivity. So that range is big. For that reason, I would recommend really thinking about that. So in this book, I also learned that. Like, when you think of ways of doing things, the opportunities come and you see them. If you're not looking, you're not going to see the opportunities that come on your way. This is very important. I hope you're going to enjoy it. And then please let us know if you like it or not. All right, next. No. Next, more information from you. So you're in ride share. What is ride share's heaven? Like, when let's say everything goes according to plan for ride share, when are we going to see ride share? Like, what is it going to do to life that it's about? Louder things, like, there is no way that guy who is on this phone is gonna hear you. Okay, so he doesn't even hear you. So the let's be more confident. How is it going to solve the transportation problem? Like, what are the most important problems rideshare is going to solve? I think it's committed to the right. Basically, two or more people commit together. They can keep the agreement with this service as well as so if they have So basically, with the current prices, right, it's affordable for some people, but it's not affordable for some other people, right? There are a lot more people for whom ride is expensive, so you think twice before getting a ride if you are in that set of people, right? And with rideshare, we are actually giving them more affordable option. Maybe it's not as fast because you're not going directly to your destination because you share it with some other people. But it's not adding too much time, right? And it definitely divides the cost by a number, which is actually quite, the number is bigger than 2, right? Very good. Okay, so last thing, any advice for this? Focus on the one game. Trying to learn to be in the so if you focus on it, that's a very good advice. Very, very good advice. Because team, again, like, remember, if something is reachable in 10 minutes, so many people can reach it. So many people. There are a lot of people who have 10 minutes. But if something is reachable after 5 years, would you have the same number of people who are going to get there? No. And great things take time. Like there are very few things that are at the surface level and super valuable. That in 15 minutes you are going to make, let's say, $100,000. I mean, if this was possible, there would be a lot of other people who were already doing that. You get the point, right? So great things, they are deeper. And to get deeper things, you have to stick your way for a while. So that's a very good advice. When you do like one thing at a time, you give all your energy, power into that. You may not have that luxury all your life. Depending on your circumstances, sometimes you may have to juggle multiple balls. But even at that time, you can try to do one thing at a time. Let's say if this is our closing ceremony, give your full attention to closing ceremony. Right? If you are, let's say, fixing a bug, don't get distracted by the messages that are coming on Telegram. Give your focus to fixing the bug. But that's a very valuable advice. Thank you very much, guys. And my advice to you, be more on the stage. You seem like a smart guy, and like anything, exposure helps. If you find yourself on the stage speaking to people more often, you are going to build confidence. You know, I wasn't born like this, but doing it again and again, you start feeling more comfortable. Because if it's on the stage, I sometimes feel like this guy was born on the stage. Like it feels very comfortable. With practice, you can get that. Thank you.
From our product team, okay, demo.
The monk who sold his Ferrari. So the monk, I think it fits. But to sell a Ferrari, maybe first you should get a Ferrari. Would you like to have one in the future?
Yes, I'm not going to say it.
You're not going to sell it. Guys, when I was watching F1, I was supporting Ferrari wholeheartedly. And at that time, I was even setting an alarm to watch qualifications. You know, let's say there's a Grand Prix in Australia, it's happening, let's say 5 a.m. in the morning, setting an alarm, watching the game sometimes. Whole living room that the heat is not turned on. So that's how much I love F1. But things changed in time. You know, I was really supporting Michael Schumacher. And then after his retirement, he also had a crash in ski. And right now he's like a plant. He cannot talk, he cannot speak. It's even debatable whether he's still alive or not. So you never know what's next in life, right? Therefore, you may get a Ferrari and you may end up selling. Never say never. Let's see. Maybe after 10 years we'll be on the stage and I'll be asking Campbell, you didn't sell Ferrari. Well, guys, I haven't read The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari yet, but I have read other books from Robin Sharma, and I have listened to a few of his podcasts that he attended as a guest. And like he really sounds like such a smart, kind-hearted, great person that really love helping others. So I am really curious how you are going to feel after you finish the book. But to me, if we become more like Robin Sharma, we are going to be better people. That's the impression the person gives me. So I hope you will enjoy reading it. And Campbell, now if we switch the conversation to the products, so some of our developers may be curious, right? Because they hear that there's product, they do something. But as a person who comes from engineering background and doing some product job, can you tell more about some of our engineers who want to understand the product world better? Because like many engineers do not realize that product is 101 if you want to become an entrepreneur. You know, if you want to start a company, in what role, it doesn't matter. Understanding product is the 101. It's very unlikely that you will become a successful entrepreneur without understanding product. So even if you're an engineer, this is an extremely important role. Yes. So after this internship experience, what's your message to our engineer friends?
I don't have any message.
Then tell us more about like what kind of tasks you deal with in the product squad. What is it to be like for product management?
Yeah, it's good. Like you'll be responsible for what the product will be like at the end of the development, and you'll be the one who is responsible to tackle the challenges that the team face, and you are the one who will allocate the resources. Something like that. And also, the most interesting part is to do the research, going out and also to see the real pain points in the market, and seeing people do the business, seeing the value, and that motivates. Utilizing technology, we can like beat the market, and I machine that is interesting. And also like taking tasks, other team tasks, going to other team, try to help and try to find as much data as possible. That's what makes it most interesting.
Very nice. Like basically, to build a successful product, you need to understand the pain points, those, right? And this is not something you can do here unless your users are A2SVs. If your users are more generic, then you need to see those pain points outside here, right? And you did that. You had some real-life conversations with real, let's say, pain owners to understand their pain points better. And then we collaborated with different teams to help them to get over their challenges, right? Because of the assumptions that we make at first may not be true after we have better understanding about the problem. Like adults, when it started, we never thought of adding a doctor component. But when we have a better understanding of the problem, we realize that this is a must. Because it's very hard to convince pregnant ladies to do things by themselves with technology. But when there is a doctor suggesting, things are different. And this is just one example, right? Cool. Anything else you want to add? Thank you very much.
We're going to have another tie for Haji Month between two of their best people, Mili and Pratap.
All right, team, what time is it? Oh, we are already past 12. So let's speed things up. Any message for the team?
Yeah. Well, one thing I wanted to add on what the other side said is whenever we learn new things, whether it's a new framework or let's say a data structure, do it in practice. You can't just read documentation and say, oh, I know next year is. So do it in practice, whatever it is.
That is so true. You cannot learn how to play football better by watching football videos or playing FIFA, guys. You gotta do the real thing, right? That's how you get the experience. So true. And get your hands dirty.
The rest of the challenge you face, only ways you love whatever you do and do whatever you do with passion.
Very good one. Because it definitely increases our motivation and productivity, right? Beautiful. Thank you very much.
All right. So we're going to move to the conclusive remarks, and if that Alfred didn't make it.
Sorry guys, apparently it's me again. Normally we love diversity, obviously. But one thing I want to share, I am really happy that we had this chance to listen from some of our top performers. Because team communication is key for everything. You know, with communication, I entered Schengen area without Schengen visa. You know, with communication, I ended up going to investor lounge even if I didn't have the investor lounge. And these are just some examples. So please realize this point from an early time. You communicate with your parents. You can improve your parents' psychology if you understand them better. You can improve your team's morale. You can inspire other people. You can achieve great things with the power of communication. And like anything, this is an improvable skill. Some of our teammates, I was like, wow, look at this guy. He speaks really well. He thinks everything is good. And some of us, you remind me my younger version. I'm like, this is exactly how I was. I was feeling excited. I didn't know what to say. My English was broken. I didn't know how to pronounce some words. People were asking me to repeat what I said. And I was like, oh, I wish I could speak in Turkish. I would be a lot more fluent. I know more words. I can express myself clearly, deeper, with more colors. But it can only connect me with a small set of people in the world. With English, you can get connected with so many people from different cultures, different nations, different religions. So this is the current state. And this is an improvable state. Please see all these things as an opportunity to sharpen your communication skills. Because when you become a better communicator, you are going to become a more international person. You are already becoming, and continue doing this, please. So there is no shyness in speaking on a stage. There is no shyness in expressing your ideas to other people. You are very smart. If you take your time, if you think of things, then the ideas that are coming out of your model are very accurate. They can help a lot of people. And to do that, start today. I wish when I was at your age, somebody told me this. I did not know. That's why for me it took a long time. When I got out of Turkey, started working in UK, having like 6 months with some challenges, getting understood as a retarded person all time. Because all I can speak is, hi, how are you? I'm good. Like when things get more complicated, they don't understand me, I don't understand them. But in time you adapt. But you don't have to do it at that time. Now you have the opportunity. So please see it that way. Okay? If you want to get one thing, this is the one thing I want you to get from today. And the second thing, guys, please understand this. This is very important. Your limits are way beyond where you think they are. If you think that you can do 10, probably you can do 20, maybe 30. This is very important. Be demanding from yourself. Don't give up easily. Okay, choose your battles wisely. Don't go after everything. But when you're after it, be there. That's very important. And when you push yourself, you are going to feel better. When I look past, I put myself in physically challenging situations, like with workouts, with football games, with hikes, and no regrets at all. I am glad I have done that. I'm glad I have pushed my body to the limits. When I do the same thing to my mind with camps, sometimes with organizing things that are in reality more complicated than what we have initially planned. Afterwards, I always felt great. Think of your life. So seek to be the best version of yourself. This is not a race with another person. We can compare ourselves with each other in some common metrics. It's okay. Friendly competition is always great. But remember, your best version, we are talking about the best version among all possible versions. Not easy to achieve. But you can do that, it's a possibility. So keep that in mind. Okay? Keep that mindset. Thank you very much. Yes. Destiny favors the determined. I think this actually connects well with what we have talked today. Because if you're not there and looking, let's say Bill, he's an amazing opportunity in many ways, such a great person with character, with communication skills, with technical skills. I wish all of us had become more Bill. But if I don't look at that, I'm not going to see him. You know, to meet Biruk, you need to be in Ethiopia, in Addis Ababa, in A2SV. So if you are determined, then you are going to meet people like Biruk, like the other Biruk. They're all great. You get my point, right? So yes, like many things, it's destiny. Like I didn't choose to meet Biruk, or I'm not sure if you choose to meet Biruk. But we were determined. Yeah. And thanks God, destiny favored us. So be open to the opportunities. Look for them. Okay, be proactive. So your relationship with ChatGPT, when you don't ask any questions, what does ChatGPT give to you? Huh? Nothing. It's extremely powerful. It's like almost having an open line to Elon Musk. Hey, Elon, what do you think about the future of electric vehicles? You ask ChatGPT, can you, hey, how more economic they are in comparison to gas cars? How much of a carbon emission it saves if we convert all the cars to electric cars in the world? How much of an impact it's going to have on the environment? You can ask all these questions and get very, very reliable answers from ChatGPT guys. They may not be all accurate. And it's not just limited to this field. Hey, I fall on my finger and right now I feel a bit of dizziness. What should I do? ChatGPT is going to tell you what type of doctor you need to see. So many things that you can learn. But if you don't say anything, it doesn't do anything. So be proactive so that destiny is going to favor you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Amber. So we have concluded our closing ceremony here. We have juice and cake prepared for you. So go to the corner after this, and your papers are ready and stamped and sealed. After having your treat, come back here and you'll be receiving that. Thank you. Have a good rest of the I'm here. Face up.